Political updates.
Mukasera kantu mkunavu aberenga atulamusako ntandoma temateme ensonga ezenjawo.
Ndowozesa ebintu bingi.
Ngabiriwa.
That's why I avoid going to her regularly.
Okay.
Obulwadde obumututte Buganda Rioters bamukuba okugulu ne bakumenya atambulira ku miggo.
Okay.
Kati mukadde naye yali amanyi ebya hygiene. Yaddukanga ku makya n'akeera n'adduka motoka n'emutomera. Teribaleetire ne bayitawo n'ewaffe nga baseka nga balowooza afudde. Mutwala mu ddwaliro tumujjanjaba n'awona. Naye emmotoka naginoonya mbatte ne babula ndowooza baagikyusa kkala. Nze sigenda ku poliisi.
Oba yafuluma eggwanga.
I have no time for the police.
Togenda mu mateeka. Don't you believe in the law?
I don't believe in the law.
Omusajja omuyivu.
I have two lawyers, but I have never taken anybody to court. You can only drag me to court. The moment I go to court, then it means my defensive mechanism has failed. I know where I refer my matters. Ne mama wange is in pain.
Okay.
Akugamba singa tuwagenda wa mukama oyo.
Sandi bonyebonye.
Washtovaayo. Kubanga bankuba nti mpagira Museveni. Oyo yazaala omwana wagira Museveni. The president saved my mother.
Okay.
Buganda riots, the president was chairing a security meeting. And to show how important it was, I found Haji Moses Chigongo seated. He had not been allowed into the meeting.
Yes.
Tell you how important it was. At the reception, at the desk, one of the secretaries of the president was Kankunda. If I found Nakalima there, if I found Nalweso there, my mother would be dead. They had their squabbles in the State House. Bainamu entalo zao. Zesibera mu ntalo. I only fight my battles. Kankunda, Mirundi, you are fighting me. But because your mother is not the one who is fighting me, Kankunda, this is why I don't believe in tribalism. I don't believe in tribalism.
Okay.
If I found in Narweso there, my mother would be dead by now. Yes. Kankunda nampa ekitabo kyalimu empapula za yellow nangamba write in block letters. Okay. Your mother in danger. Museveni emerged out of the meeting. Mirundi, is your mother in danger? They are lynching her? Yes. Sit there. We'll talk to your mother in 5 minutes. Bali bankubidde essimu mama wange bamutadde mu nyumba yange y'omukyalo bamwoke. And the engineers of the riots were Baganda. Oyo Katikkiro oyo was inciting people and inganda mubakube muboche. Oyo Katikkiro yayina program ngebeera bulirwa mukaaga inciting people. Now he's in a convoy. That's why I hit at you. Nemba kuba nemba malawo. President directed Kayihura. But all the roads were impassable. Bali bakeddamu ebipiira. Commandos landed on my village and rescued my mother.
Okay.
President said, mukulu munange oyo ojja muleeta mulabe esooka mutwalireyo zino ate abaana abadde baagala okumwokya bw'aba tobasonyiye nange sijja kubasonyiwa.
Okay.
They made sure that my mother did not see the president. Nalweyiso mbo muganda munne nalweyiso comes from Asapolo Kagwa. Asapolo Kagwa was a Musoga.
Mzee Tamale mukaddema mutalabanga president.
Nja kuba wakira the word that was to band me out of State House. So I was happy yesterday. When normally, when I'm extremely happy, I smoke.
Hey.
I'm not a smoker.
Or smoking it?
A cigar.
Okay.
My lips are black. Why? I drink a cup of charcoal every day to clear the poison.
Are you witnessed that?
Yes. Yes. Poison, banteka poison 5 times. Nono mukulu wange, Professor Sally, nankolera charcoal tablets when I'm moving. That's why when I was poisoned, the president directed that I should get 30 million from Norway. I refused. I paid for myself. I don't come from a poor family.
Hey.
Yes, I don't come from a poor family. I'm not seeing money for the first time. And I'm a super arrogant fellow.
Okay.
Kakati, mama wange bwati bwali.
Yes.
But if she mentioned this repeatedly, it hurts.
It hurts you. Wachiri.
And what about my other brothers and sisters?
N'abaana bennyini.
What? This is a curse that I'm going to inherit. For her, she believes that if I was doing Museveni's work, Museveni has rewarded many people. Why has he not rewarded you? I told you, tibe yawulira nti basegerinya babakutte. Yamala ennaku 2 nga talya. Ng'akaaba. Omwana wange bamukutte, omwana wange bamukutte, omwana wange bamukutte.
Amanyi bakutte ggwe.
Bannona. Nagaleeta engalo. Half blind. N'azikwatamu. N'aleeta nagono. Nangayogera, nenjogera. Museveni yaleeta obuuma abachina bakyusa amaloboozi. Ring your sister. Era nga my sister called Lilian. Wamma oyo ye mwannyoko nti
nalaukakkiriza.
Ate be bakutte basegirinya.
Mama naye nga mugezigezi.
Basegirinya be bakutte. Ye buli gwe bakwata kuba she cannot believe that a person who was almost burnt, lynched, because she produced a son who supports Museveni as if I have a veto here. Ate mutani we bamugoba. Mutani we ne bagala mutta. Mutani we ne bamuwa obutwa. The same people. But for me, I tell her, this is a very unique government. This is a very unique government.
Mpozi wangamba asante ya ponda.
Ni mateke. Na yate si Museveni yabikola. That's why I dance in my sitting room. I was watching a meeting. The final meeting was presided over by Lawyer Kalugire, compiling a defense to those who are going to Hague for organic crimes.
Okay.
They are 57, but it was a full house yesterday, and I was watching them on my machines. They said they were choosing somebody. You grabbed this man, and this is why he's attacking us. Said, don't blame me. What we have to do now is to defend ourselves. Let us contribute money and defend ourselves.
And defend us, okay.
As you raised $30 million, the Chinese gave you $5 million. A man from Owen, who was an organic dealer, gave you money which into your pussy store, and you have been stealing money from yourselves. This is why the ICC decided to constitute a new panel and a team of new prosecutors.
Okay. Okay.
It helps me. But remember, jogo ndikubiri nenka betwe yako. Waliwo akanukange nagisa akagendo okutemba. Kyabula bamba bama loboze nemba malawo. If you see the volcano inside me, I can grab somebody. Era balira mwalira ke busajja mu. Bo balaitese. Nenjo bakuko munko hasi. Tumutwale mugonde. Semanye president's office. Nze to go to president's office.
Watch togenda hiyo.
I cannot. You see, you have failed to solve an issue.
What is the
and
issue?
If you don't tell this issue to Museveni, then you will not solve it.
Okay.
Our politicians are your politicians in one thing. Tebaatiga kwekolera. They are ticks that might remain on a cow. They don't have other avenues. And how can a man like Amanya Mushega, the first Secretary General of the revived East African community, wrote here, Tanzanians Immediately this man, the Korean, the South Korean man, took over as Secretary General of UN. He picked a Tanzanian female diplomat.
Yeah.
You have not trained a failed DRC goes to diplomacy. Without training at all, you don't have a diplomat. In almost circumstances in other countries, Amanya Musheka wouldn't be here.
Yes.
After creating, reviving the East African community, Amanya Musheka would go to a regional. This is an interstate. You move to a regional, to a continental.
Yeah.
When you wanted to float somebody to replace Zuma, they picked Kazibu. They had destroyed it. Kazibu went to Angola to meet Dos Santos. Dos Santos said, "How is my brother in Uganda?" He's okay, Your Excellency. Are you Kazibu? Yes, Your Excellency. You see those newspapers. Do they originate from your home? Dos Santos Guriringi Kazibu. Do you want me to support a person who stole Bidiba money? Tell my brother will not. Kazibu was humiliated by Dos Santos. Why? Your toilet papers had destroyed the Kazibu.
Newspapers.
Kakati, take another one. Ziwa.
Margaret.
The Speaker of Parliament of the East African Parliament.
African Parliament, yes.
Is here rotting. A speaker like where? Like where? They're asking him for jobs.
Yeah. Yes.
Ate ya mudi ya mubigere. Ya ino mulimu. How do you market people for international jobs? Amiria, a former principal private secretary of the president, cannot be an advisor. She advised and advised. So because you cannot live, there are two strategies, I think. The president maybe thinks that I have to put a political tag on these people.
Okay.
Nti kandabe ba monitoring. Kubanze mpagamba tinzi nasoma ebintu ebya intelligence. When I refused to go to report to President's office for two reasons. One, having been the spokesperson of the president for 14 years, I was his chief advisor on media. I cannot go back. If I fail to advise you as a housewife, can I advise you as a house girl?
No.
Among the Baganda is only witch who moves backwards. But these people fail. Bagende wambabas. Ngemotoka zonnezo gundi. Amadikazi zasobola zile bimpira gifunzi. Kubanga they put their businesses on government.
Okay.
In Uganda and in Africa, once a political job goes through the door, money and business goes through the window because you don't use business acumenship. I've survived 8 years as a businessman. But I knew one, a TV pussy who is going to board the plane. Nakalima to board the plane, that one I'm sure. Amanya gebali since etalimu, naye waliwo phase 2 to board the plane. To ya pussy will board the plane. Whoever nalweso yatakiri echa organize. Kakati namanya. Let me remain with their vehicle. Let me continue supporting himself without pay. Kubanga mmanyi, you return the vehicle and see. You think they are maintaining a security for me to monitor who enter my house. And those, I'm intelligent, I know.
Okay.
Kubabali bagandingenda wambabasi. Yentwe pussy. Katika duse, kaba duse meeting it kaji badem. But why did you go to Oman and get money? Why did you attend the first session when ICC was interrogating you in Serena? Let us be the Baganda have a saying nti tuogerenga omusezi agula essowaani ngenda zirirako bantu bange. Don't pressurize Museveni for jobs. Do three things.
Okay.
One, promote these people. The problem you do, Maris, the man like Mbabas would be now international jobs. Uganda does not have many people with international jobs.
We're going to consult with Tamale. Government enonya obuwumbi busatu mwobukadde bisatu 3.3 billion kubanti epangisiza ba advisor ba president offices okuli former prime minister okuli former prime minister mama Mbabazi wakagana Uganda Amelia Kyambadde banachi wala kiyingi.
Let me tell you,
nena uli advisor gwe ngati
there is I'm nominal. I'm an advisor, nominal advisor.
Okay.
I've told you among the Baganda is only which who moves back. Two, you cannot measure wisdom and advice.
Okay.
Why do people get 20 million and others 1 point?
What 20, abafuna 10.
Akokatu mwebaze kali kagambi mubanteke mubatafuna mbukanto nilijo bete nto omutu wawona. You were survivor. Nilijo bete nto omutu ogungwasi. Who can you humiliate? Museveni was encouraging me to mwebaze was behind my kundi. All my problem. Ajeko for the ajeko. Prepare yourself for heck.
Let's go back to the issue of 3.3 billion.
And in Kugamba, to solve the issue.
How?
Lugunda is a celebrated international man.
Yes.
Lugunda had a clinic in New York. When I visited Lugunda's home, is where I had lunch. I think 10 years ago.
In New York?
Yes. I told Lugunda, Mbabazi is fighting Museveni. There was a name of it. Ndugu it cannot. I said wait for it. I told Lugunda. Lugunda, when it came for sitting on the Security Council, we sent Lugunda. Lugunda has a house in USA. Lugunda has had a clinic in USA. Lugunda knows the system, the American system.
Okay.
Instead of buying pastors and what, Lugunda can be your permanent second representative in New York.
In New York.
He has acquired a wealth of knowledge. He's highly respected. Can he become an advisor?
He's going to be an advisor.
How many times have you seen Museveni calling for his advisors?
But
you see, in politics, we have an advisor and a handler.
Yes.
A handler is Karugiri. A handler can tell you, dress properly. Okay. He's a handler. Toyamba Lachido is a handler. Kaluhire tells the president, Museveni did not commit electronic malpractices because of Karugiri.
Because yes.
A handler.
Okay.
Nange nina. Nti yesterday nabadde mu blender manyi baba yagala kulookinga yange ogenda mu blender ebitwala yambadde ngendayo bulijjo nengenda nasanzeyo n'abakazi abalina gundi abalina bino bigundi binnamakulu ebizigo anti bano mwe temulina serious gundi nti kati ffe twakwata ekizigo kyaffe n'ekitwalwa mu National Bureau of Standards ne bakyapulovinga omusiru yakikoze with the different kati singa bamusiba emyaka aga badira amazzi ne bagakuba eno wansi mu cupa galwaza kolera musiba emyaka 10 kuba tebiyiya ntwe nkukuba esasi mu mutwe we invested in this kizigo.
Okay.
I went to the National Bureau of Standards and Manyindo ne mugamba process this kizigo of mine saagala ate bitwale bweru mu business
kizigo kyekyo
kyakozeemu kyabikoze nja kukunoonya nkwasa omutwe nze sigenda
mukole. Let's come back to the advisors.
Nti Amelia Kyambadde having been principal private secretary of the president. Do you know that one time I witnessed an incident where Gaddafi offered Amelia Kyambadde money and Amelia saw it back to Gaddafi.
Amelia send yazizaayo.
Anti Gaddafi yali ayagala okufuga Africa. Naye nga abalabe be bali babiri Museveni na Zenawi. Nekundi omu South Africa. Yena amubba. Omu South Africa yamubba neyewaana. Kati yali alowooza tifenna twagala ssente.
Okay.
Yes. Kakati oyo tomuteeka mu badvisor. Tajja kugendamu. Kubanga mu badvisor mwakyonoona. How can I be a part of a group that never went to school? How can I be part of 100 people? If I do a job that people have never achieved my education can do, then what is you are humiliating my education?
Around about advisors,
an advisor and a handler. Advisor in Uganda is for welfare. Engato itegweru bige yange tegweru bige masuti malungi because I'm a businessman nakola maze myaka nkaga naye nakakola mu government emyaka 14 era sale ka business zange
okay
nakola program zange nzesa suli why if your husband picked you from a bar and you abandon drinking what will happen if she sucks you? I maintain my songo links with the media. I write books.
Yeah.
The only thing I asked from Museveni was a print, and he donated it to me.
A printing machine.
A printing machine, which is absolute now. Okay. All efforts to get a new one have been frustrated by Ruabo to advance his presence.
Those are allegations. What
no.
Do you have proof of that?
President Nabagamba Mumuetaka, investment, now going to know it. Now going to send us and never simple. Obutabu de one. Rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb. But you have found out that the poor Mirundi is more than a nuclear political bomb.
Yep.
Let us be honest. Train these people, create incentives for them.
Okay.
Identify, stop malishing people. By the time Kayihura was malished, was the head of the police association in Africa.
Kayihura's time.
By the time,
it was on principle.
By this time, Kayihura would be commanding the international police. Peacekeeping in the police again. This is what Rwanda is doing. Rwanda is the first country to contribute to the police and the army. I think the first one is Bangladesh.
Where would Izango yogera? Kayihura. Abirenga ya do international police. Kubuzibo tusokuba Uganda.
And nkubuulira people perform better.
No.
Nkubuulira.
Wakachiganya
atichiganya ekitomanyi bakuba mukube.
How?
Ekyo bali mu mutwe bana batembe hege. Bali atano musango. Mutwe kutemba. Bajja bakwatirayo. You will spend 28 years in European jails. Because trafficking in the human organs and the humans has been elevated to a capital offense. Mutuse mufude. Batembabalira. Chajana barola. Batembabalira. Mutemba mulira. Bujose bwa mwobo bajogeza aba. Don't divert me.
I'm not diverting.
Vice President of Kenya, he has a PhD.
Yes.
Would have promoted an international job. Bidandishali. We started local government to devolutional power. Uganda is the leading country in devolutional power. This is why I tell you, whoever calls Museveni a dictator is stupid. He's an idiot. Why? A dictator does not share power. A dictator cannot create several centers of authority. From the village. Kadifetu also kukola devolutional power. Amawanga gonanga gajawan. Bidandishali would be a ambassador.
The devolution of power, yadala over just formality.
Experiments take a time. In 1815, the powers of Scotland were taken by England. Recently, I think not more than 10 years ago, a referendum was carried out in Scotland, and the Scotland Assembly is there. Yes. Okay. We move like a lizard, a konkome, to take on to gradual. Kakati of Kenya Mufiru. Kisamba Mugera is dead. Uno Mukazi, wound, Radeba Mukozes. To Muevaze, Bamulese, Afbekadaga. Your Mukazi, your secretary. Where, or your Doctor Gund, Doctor Gund, Onakudia, Gund National Planning Authority. Look at your man like a Bigerimana. Bigerimana came out with the youth livelihood project, and he has a patent for it. Bigerimana is invited everywhere. I did not have patent. Do you use Bigerimana? I told you. If you are choosing UPDF of killing Ugandans under Mirundi, why is the same army not doing it in Somalia, in Equatorial Guinea, in Congo, where we've been? Kitegeza, umulaba ali wano. Politics wa Uganda is your body politic, which is here. Kakati, obanga ekyo kibalemye, nga n'abadde nga n'amanya Musega ajja n'alootingira wa. Amanya Musega has a prominent role. Yes, the chairperson of the created political parties that were created by government to use them whenever it wants. And this is where NUP originated. That's why I tell you, NUP kibina kyenalem. Amanya Musega yabukulira. Lugunda ye patroni wabo. Even my son, atali ono gwe mumanyi, another one. Lugunda amumanyi my son.
Naye kibina.
Lugunda knows him. Not bano be mumanyi.
Struggle tuli mu yabwerere.
Bwerere. Kakati nkugamba nti Lugunda oyo amanya Musega is a highly intelligent man. Celebrated intelligence. Not exaggerated and privileged intelligence yabano. Very exaggerated bazamufuula. Have money, privileged man. This man sleeps in Uganda and Zanu. Why were you sleeping? By the time my father was sleeping in an iron second, your father was sleeping in a hut. One, learn how to use your celebrated people.
Okay.
The Christopher Yiga, by the time Sebagala and Eritrea defeated him, Yiga, yali president w'ekibiina ekikata bameeya mu nsi yonna nga ye president w'abameeya bamukuba ali buwe talina nakyalya. Yes, ne mukazi we yafa tebamukonsidaringangako. Oyo gundi Lukwago yakonsidarinze egundi Sebagala n'amuwa okubeera ku land board. Sebagala atawummula ye lwaki tawummula? So if you tell Museveni to retire, are you retiring? If you cannot surrender Musito, Imuchomo, can you surrender cow? Yes, that's your problem. I've never written an application form for a job and I will not write it because I'm 60 now. Who can control me? Kakati echokubiri, mutekawo Senate. Senate will help you because yes. Rwanda has a Senate.
Okay.
Burundi has a Senate. Kenya has a Senate. Tanzania has the Zanzibar government, the inland government, and the union government. To accommodate these people, to accommodate those the ticks who cannot work, who must remain in the government like a ticks on the cow.
Okay.
Your bishops are highly educated bishops, but they retire when at the age of 75, when they are still needed.
Yes.
You have sheikhs who are educated. They language. You have politicians like these people I've mentioned. Put them in the Senate. Because musobola n'okugamba nga East African Legislative Assembly. The Senate tugiteekamu abantu. Gundi, President aleeta, n'ebibiina ebireeta. But your problem with the Senate is that if you buy MPs to pass bills, you also buy the Senate to pass bills. The issue of the Senate was discussed at independence. And they found out that the Senate delay bills.
Okay.
Because after passing it here, then you go there. America has a Senate. I think even Nigeria has a Senate. Kenya has a Senate. Why? Why do we have first Prime Minister, second Deputy Prime Minister, third Deputy Prime Minister? Why do you duplicate? That's why they fight.
Okay.
That's why they fight.
Okay.
Because they have nothing to do. You find a spokesperson of government, a Minister of Information, somebody at the media center. A media center means what? A center, if you hear center in your head. A center means where you can get information.
Yeah.
But a center cannot be a conference room to host ministers.